Oh, we're leaving on the Red Abbey from Gulta, leaving on the Red Abbey from Gulta. 'Cause we went there to find an android friend of mine. That's right, it's really playing game Starfinder against the Aeon thing. We're getting the fuck out of Gulta. I'm Graham and I'm playing Murphy the Patra operative. Pew!
I'm Brian. I'm playing Shardik, the uplifted bear technomancer.
I'm Garrett. I'm playing Zyson, the Kasatha Solarian.
I'm Ross playing Yulia the Vlog. Which Warper? Push to talk.
I'm also Ross. I'm playing Ozzy, the Asoki mechanic.
And I'm Patrick. I'm playing all the bad guys, also the NPC Cedona.
Yay!
So, last time, you successfully escaped Gulta. None of you died, which
Yay.
I will say was very much in question for about 3 episodes there. You got out your friend Cedona. You found her. She's alive. She has 2 hit points, including the one she got from a healing serum. You all made your way back to your ship, the Red Abbey, where the rest of you actually get to see Ozzy again. Feels like it's been 17 years.
An eternity.
You took off from Gulta, but you were hailed by the guard ship, which you know is called the Zandamant. The Zandamant requested nicely to be able to scan your ship, and you politely said, no, we're going to run away. So, before we get into that, I actually have some art to show you, because I haven't been showing you the art at all this book. So I have this, which is the Outpost Z Promenade. I think it's probably the best art in this book. It is lovely. You can see Hasashir there. You can see the Enforcers off to the right.
Fucking Dralix.
It's super cool. Super cool
Very
art.
pretty.
Yeah, that's some good art.
There is art of meeting the Zarb.
Oh, my boy! My lovely boy!
About how it went.
Oh, I love it.
He's the best.
He's free.
I'm going to save this. This is mine. Keeping this for myself.
There is some art of an alternate reality where you didn't murder the crew of the Relic.
Huh. Weird. That was an option? Huh.
Sure was. Written
Always
right
an
in the book. Relatedly, I'm not entirely sure that Murphy is not chaotic neutral. And then finally, rescuing the prisoners.
Hell yeah. Get him out of there.
It was sort of like that, minus the drone.
Hey,
And so
what's that?
This is incidentally the only art we have of an Akeshti, which just kind of looks like a crab in this art. If you look at the bottom,
That's not an Akeshti. That's not an Akeshti. Excuse me.
It's totally not. But
what? If anything, that is a space Zorn. That's a 3-arm motherfucker right there, and it's gonna eat some jewels.
How do you spell Akeshti?
Ikeshti. It's not a statted out race. It's just in this book we have been playing as an alien that lives.
Wait, it says it's a race of lizard folk.
Yeah,
sorry,
they're lizards.
The wrong one. It is wrong person. It is a Slivara. Not Akeshti.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say that ain't no Akeshti.
Yeah, Slivara is. There's this one character. That's it. Maybe they will actually make them playable at some point in the future. So after that, now that we've done that, my understanding of your plan is you are going to just try and run away because you're a fast ship and you assume that you're faster than the Zandamant. Is that that sound right?
Pretty much.
Okay,
Yes.
So that's what we're going to do. We will go into Starship Combat then, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this token
Flip us over to that map.
11 hexes. Oh yeah, I have to move you to.
I hope we didn't get misinformation about this ship.
Yeah, so you did get some information about this ship. That is interesting. You asked the right questions. I don't remember who told you. I think it was the pirates, right?
So
I'm gonna assume it
Yeah.
was the pirates. So you are currently 11 hexes away.
Okay.
And so, if you're just going to be going as fast as you can, we will just count. It didn't show it. It's supposed to be. Oh, leave blank for no bar. Okay, well, fine. I will even tell you. Your goal here is 30. If you can end the turn 30 hexes away, you're going to get away. That's about the range you need to do. You need to be at. But of course, they're going to be shooting you this whole time, and you obviously have the option to shoot them back, should you like to do so. Now, before we do that, so I put everyone on the Abbey here, and Cedona so she walks back to the engineering area, and she says to Ozzy, I don't think I'm in any real shape to help, but I've always wanted to watch you work. And so she just sort of stands over a console, just kind of monitoring what's going on, and says, this was my ship once, after all.
Yeah,
No
welcome
pressure.
back to where the magic happens.
Oh.
And what did you say you're calling it now?
It's Red Abbey.
Red Abbey. I like it. So, first thing we're going to do is we are going to go into... Is it engineering phase first?
Yes.
Is that right? Engineering phase. So, engineer or captain, what would you like to do?
I think I'll wait till a later.
Later phase.
I'm
Well,
going to.
What is piloting? When is piloting?
Next.
Piloting's the second phase.
I'll wait.
I'm gonna start things off strong by using my recalibrate engine ability that I just picked.
Ooh.
It says, when filling the engineer role during starship combat, you can use this ability in place of any other engineering action. The ship gains a +2 enhancement bonus to its speed for 1 turn, and the piloting check made in the helm phase to determine the order of movement of starships gains a +2 enhancement bonus. But all other piloting checks made that turn take a -5 penalty.
Excellent.
I think it also uses my resolve point, because the normal version, or the normal usage, uses a resolve point.
And what's that called?
Recalibrate engine.
Recalibrate engine.
Yeah, these guys are not CR5, so I did not take a particularly close look at that. Full action, you can spend 1 resolve. I don't know that does. I think you can just. I think that's 2 different options for the
Scroll
same.
for the same.
Yeah, I think you can do. I think that's 2 different things you can do with that ability, with that mechanic trick.
All right.
I think it reads to me like the full action is 1 resolve point.
Yeah, I didn't think that it was very clear either way. So
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm going to say you do not need to spend the resolve point to do that.
cool.
And
Great.
then
So now we're fast.
They are going to.
So I don't have any bonuses or penalties to piloting?
You get a +2 enhancement bonus, or wait, no, a +2 enhancement bonus for the piloting check to determine the order of movement, and all other piloting checks you make get a -5 penalty.
Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you basically, that's a way that you can use the divert action. Well, So if you divert power to engines, you get 2 speed, just based on that.
Yeah, but I have to make a check for it.
But you have to make a check, so it's automatic if you don't. Okay, they do a thing. Now it's the piloting phase.
Oh boy, here we go. Add 2 to this. Murphy's blasting off. Unless you want to do something, Captain. Inspire me.
Yeah, let's do some encouragement. You got this, Graham. We got to get out of here, or else we're all gonna die. So do that thing.
Should
Well,
we
if-
remember we
if
have our
it's-
computer?
That inspires me. Death is always, death
There's
is
the
always
computer.
encouraging.
That's a good point. Now, if you are inspiring Graham, and Graham's the one piloting the ship, we're all fucked. We're all gonna die. But luckily,
So
Murphy's
Murphy.
an ace pilot, and he's really good at this. I feel super inspired. Does that give me something?
Let's see. Graham.
Encourage.
Yeah.
Looks like 8 another
So I
Graham's
have
plus
to
2.
make a DC 10 check or a diplomacy 15.
That seems like enough. So in
No,
that case, I'll get a plus 2 from Captain and a plus 2 from Ozzy.
Okay.
If
I'll get a
you
plus
succeeded a DC
4.
10 check using the same skill, diplomacy. I mean, I think I actually have to roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was. Sorry. Thought
That was my piloting check
Ah.
that you saw.
All right.
Okay, so what do you
Let's
success?
see this. I add 4 to this. 22. Not enough.
Okay, so you go first.
Okay. But I take a
Let's,
minus 5 now to anything else I do this
That's
round.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to probably just GTFO and move. And
Okay, so
not
if
risk
you are going
any other
forward, do
things.
not move the ship. Just tell me how far forward you want to go.
I will go the Abby's full movement, straight that way, along the hexes. So normally we're at 8. If we get the plus 2 from Ozzy's boosting the engines, I'm able to move a full 10 hexes yonder.
All right. Are you going to do a piloting action?
I'm just going to fly.
Okay.
Without a skill check, just like seeing the engines getting a bruise and just concentrate, grit my teeth, and go forward to the nexus.
All right. So they are going to.
We've done this relative movement thing before, remember, Graham? Or you weren't there for it. When I had them run from a beholder. Beholder zombie.
Oh yeah. Chase scene.
If only we were one level ahead, we could do a full power maneuver
Yeah.
and move
Oh, power to
forever.
the engines! I think we need Scotty for that one, though, right?
I am Scotty.
Going to-
Damn it! I am Scotty.
Oh crap! Does that make me Spock? Say, like, I'm definitely Spock in the other game.
I think it makes you Khrushchev.
Engage.
Okay, they're going to, I think. No and no. Okay, 31, that's a success. So they did an evade maneuver, which gives them plus 2 to AC and TL. Next is the science officer phase, right? Because
Yes.
Gunry's last. Okay. I didn't even look this up. This is by memory. Science officer, what would you like to do?
I think technically the science officer can go before the pilot or vice versa, but doesn't have a huge effect.
Oh yeah. That's in the that's in the piloting phase, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to scan the other ship just to find out if we got the correct information or not.
That sounds like a good idea.
It's a computer's check, right?
So do they keep pace with us?
They lost. How fast did you move?
We moved 10 hexes.
10 hexes. Okay, they moved. Okay, they moved 6.
Ah, bitch.
So I want to do my thing first, just in case.
What's our range
So
on our sensors?
25 medium range. So you're
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
My roll is also a
how-
25.
Yeah, how much exactly did you get? Because it is 10. 5 plus 1.5 the tier. 9. Okay, so you got... You got 4 successes. So you get... Okay. The living crew complement is... here somewhere. The living crew complement is 1, 3, 5, 6, 8. So there are 8 crew members. You get the ship classification, size, speed, and maneuverability. It's a medium transport, speed 6, average maneuverability. You get defenses, so it is AC 14. Yep, AC 14, TL 13.
Not bad.
Total and current hull points are 70.
So it's slower than us, though, right?
Yeah.
It is slower
Yeah.
than you.
Lots slower.
So
It has-
should we be?
More slow.
It has 5 shield points in the forward arc and 20 in the port and starboard, 15 in the aft. That's number 2.
Huh.
And then you
That's
get
good, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get 3. So roll me a D1 weapon, including its filing arc and the damage it deals, starting with the weapon that uses the most PCU. Okay, so did I put the PCU in? Because it usually doesn't. It doesn't really matter for ships that are built for me. They
probably
are
the biggest
all 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all the same. They're all 10 PCU. So, roll me 1, 2, 3.
Now
Roll me roll me a D4.
Four.
Yeah. We'll see which one you don't get. So you don't get that one. Okay. So they have on the forward arc a heavy laser cannon, which does 48 damage. On the aft, they have a gyro laser that does 1d8 damage. And on the turret, they have a light particle cannon that does 3d6 damage. Sorry, a light Aeon torpedo cannon that does 3d6 damage. I don't know why it says light particle cannon, because I definitely put in, like, it is a
Aeon.
light Aeon torpedo launcher. I don't know why the text says light particle cannon, because that's not what's... Oh, never mind. Those are 2 different weapons. You got a freebie. That's
Hey,
what
guys,
you get.
I can't know what the other one is.
They have
Yeah,
2 things
wow,
on the turret. Okay, they are going to, I think, also scan you. Because even though I know what's on your ship, they don't. And they are very curious. Let's see. So that would be 1, 2, 3 pieces of information. Okay. Gunnery phase. In the gunnery phase...
So we move 10 and they move 6, yeah?
Yeah.
So
4 more.
should they be 15 hexes away now?
I'm not physically moving them. That's what this 15 counter on top of their ship is. Can you see that?
I can see a bar. I don't think we see the number.
Visible to everyone. You should be editors. I put you as editors, but there you go. Can you see
There
that?
we go.
Gosh, that's tiny,
Yes.
but yes.
Nope, that helps. Perfect.
You can zoom in. Unless
okay.
if you want to move left or right, you can do that, but since your plan is just to go forward
Sure.
and their
makes
plan
sense.
is to follow you, we do not need to go
Zoom
forward
around the
across
map.
this map. We'll
makes
just
sense.
keep track of the range.
Cool.
Okay, your captain has already acted. Their captain has not. Their captain is going to radio over to you and say, "Whoever you are, we will bring the fire of the Empire upon you." And roll an intimidation check.
Oh no.
Wonder if it Intimidate. 13. I think that's a failure, right? Let's see.
The taunt action. 15 plus 1.5 CR. Or 1.5 tier.
Yeah.
So as long as we're not negative.
Yeah. So it fails. You are not intimidated by this guy.
Fuck off!
He doesn't actually seem that scary.
Like even a negative 1 would
So-
actually.
Riding off our high from the adrenaline rush of escaping prison.
Would you like to fire first, Sison?
Captain, should we fire or are we keeping up the ruse?
I mean, there's no ruse anymore. They're after us.
If
Fire
it
away.
makes a difference, they are firing on you. So
Oh,
it kind
maybe
of
we can-
happens at vaguely the same time.
them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I understand, but no, we're gonna fire on them.
Okay. Which weapon should we use? Our big heavy weapons, or are we just wanting to?
The big
I
one.
mean,
Everything.
we
Scare 'em off?
might as well.
Blow them up.
I guess they regenerate, right?
After every battle.
Okay.
Can't use them if we're dead.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hang on.
What?
So in our ship's character sheet, we have 8 listed under our speed, but then under systems we have an M12 thruster. Did we up our engines?
I think we did.
Did-
Let me check the spreadsheet.
Check the spreadsheet. This is important.
I should
Because we-
really like audit your
Proofread, audit our
please. Yeah.
Yeah,
Auditor
we totally upgraded to M12
Yeah,
when we went
damn
to
it.
tier 4.
We're 4 more hexes away.
Okay.
Whoopsies.
Well, why don't I
You are-
drop
you are
a?
speed-
You are fast.
Your speed 10 now. That makes sense.
Speed
Speed
Why don't I
12.
drop a
12.
nuke, and that
We
way
up
maybe
to the
if we're
fastest
behind
fucking
us, we'll have to go
engines.
around it.
Yeah. So we're
So-
19 hexes away.
Yeah, with
So
my
I
trick,
definitely-
we can go 14.
There you go.
That's
You are
Yeah.
very fast. Would you like to make an attack roll using
Here
your
we
stuff?
go.
Get 'em.
This is.
Can we? Are they in range of it?
Yes.
It'll
Yes.
slowly float along, right? They'll have to go around
so
it.
which one are you shooting?
So I'm gonna drop one of the nukes.
The nukes.
Heavy
Is it
nuclear
long range?
missile launcher. Yeah, all the tracking weapons I think are long range.
I think
So?
so too. Also, you would hit because they're moving
Yeah.
too, and it's moving backwards. You're gonna hit them. I think this round actually.
mm-hmm.
It does have a speed though. Check the speed.
Does. Oh.
Speed
10.
So no, it won't hit them.
It
this
actually,
round.
it actually will not hit them this round.
It'll
Okay.
hit them next round.
Yeah.
But you do have to make the roll.
But I should drp it, right? Drop
Yes,
the payload.
because if you
Yeah.
miss, then it goes off target.
it blows up the prison.
Oh no.
That one.
It blows up in the ship.
your nuke misses. That is unfortunate.
Couldn't I get 2 nat 1s in a row? Oh, I was doing too well last game. That's why.
Yeah,
I used up all
no,
my luck. for the
You were
rest of the
hitting
book.
last game.
the universe is correcting itself.
So they are going to shoot you first with their heavy laser cannon. 22. Does that hit your
Yup.
Yes. Oh,
AC?
yeah.
18 damage to your aft shields.
Owie.
And
Wowie.
then I think they're just gonna. I think they are gonna go for this light Aeon
What are our
torpedo
thresholds?
launcher.
Our crit threshold is
11.
Did we just?
We just took
take
damage
crit
shields.
threshold?
We have
No.
20 shields. Or we had 20 shields.
Had
Yeah,
We
now
now
we
have
have
less
two.
than 20 shields.
Oh, okay. Okay, you already did it before I looked
And
at
then
it.
their
Okay, I see.
torpedo attack also, so they shoot their torpedo and they miss. However, free reroll because it's Aeon.
Damn quantum.
Don't we have one of those guns?
16?
We do.
We do.
We have a.
16 hit your TL? It does because it's 15, right?
We have to do something to activate our quantum defender, don't we? Allows Starship.
I think you just get it. I think
During
it
the
just
helm
happens.
phase, as an action, a science officer can activate the quantum defender
Okay.
to basically give them disadvantage to attacking us. So, Bearman, activate the quantum defender.
It's a new thing. I didn't know we had that.
Okay, so we take
And I gotta be going this. I gotta be going to attention.
12.
We
Let me
take
check the.
2
Let me
of
check
that
the speed
and
on this.
12 to our hull point.
Which will put us at a critical threshold.
Hold
Yes.
on. I have to check to see the speed. No, this is speed 12.
Oh,
So
so
it doesn't
doesn't
hit
hit
you
us
yet.
So it is 3 behind you. It doesn't hit you this round.
So we're still at
So
55.
quick, shoot it down.
But like, it won't catch us.
Yeah,
As
we
we
just need to
move
keep
12.
punching it.
Just keep going. Keep,
Oh, we
keep
move
fucking
14.
going.
That's true, actually. You move 14.
Outrunning the torpedoes.
Because it moves 12 like the distance between you. It is moving 12 faster than the Zandament. You are not moving 12 faster than the Zandament.
I'm not sure that's how it works as written. That seems really
Wait a minute.
complicated.
Yeah. It's like, so from where the point it shoots, it'll travel
Let's see.
12
Is this like if you,
hexes.
you travel the speed of light and you turn on the headlights? What happens?
Yeah, it can you go
Maybe.
faster than the speed of light with the torpedo.
The second that we start trying to bring momentum into this, we are fucked.
Yeah, that
I
is
think like
Abstract,
probably
goddammit. I
We
think
will
it's,
move on to the next phase.
Yeah, I think it just moves like a starship. It's just it launches from that
Okay,
point
then
of
it,
firing.
then literally nothing they have, none of their
Tracking weapons. Are
their
as fast as
torpedoes
us.
can possibly hit you, which they have now
Good
learned,
pass.
I suppose.
As long as we are running away. Yes.
Yep.
Mhm. They still got direct fire weapons. They still hurt.
we just can't stop for a second. We have to keep going.
Mhm.
All right, engineering phase.
Can you shoot down torpedoes or no?
Yes,
With point weapons like a flak thrower. We don't have any.
which I do
Oh,
not believe
okay.
you have one of.
No.
That would be good to have on our aft. Okay,
Yes, it
engineering.
would.
I'm going
If only
to
we had some starship points to spend.
I'm going to continue recalibrating this engine. Full speed ahead, Lucky.
Oh, I'm going.
And yeah, that's the engineering phase.
Do we have to
Okay.
make a check for the quantum defender, or is it just a thing?
Yes, it's a check.
Yeah, it's activated by succeeding at a computer's check equal to 10 plus 1.5 times the starship's.
So 17.
I think I want to encourage that part.
Help out
Well,
Shardik.
because the other thing I can do is I can rebalance our shields and take the
Oh,
20
that's
that's in the
true.
forward and put it
Yeah. Be a good idea.
16.
Okay, so they succeed at rebalancing or at diverting power to something. Piloting.
I would. Yeah, I think I
So-
want to aid. I aid in rebalancing the shields if I could do
Okay.
that right.
I think it's just a computer's check for you then, Captain.
Or diplomacy DC 15. I think.
Oh,
Yep.
That works too.
You can do either.
Can we? Do we do that now during the piloting?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do it before I make my piloting check.
Bam. You got this, Shardik.
Balance the shields.
Balance the shields successfully. We need those shields.
Nice.
Ooh, a natural 20.
Super
So you
balanced.
You're doing what? You're rebalancing the shield?
Rebalancing the shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to
super,
read instructions.
super well.
So good.
Yeah, put that stuff in our aft.
Every shield must have at least 10% of the total current shield.
Isn't the
Yeah, so you
errata
can't
that
just-
you can
you
do?
can't-
I thought the errata was you can do
So-
whatever the fuck you want, but I might be wrong.
I was just going by the one piece of paper that I have.
It's
Um,
divert power that they
Oh, divert lets you put
If-
it wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
That's true.
kind of defeats the purpose of rebalance shields, I think, but whatever.
Well, I can't do. Well, I can do the other one actually. It's too late though.
So it can't have what's our shields?
72. So it has to be at least 7. Do I round up or round down? I'm rounding down. It has to be at least 7. Do you guys agree with that?
Science officer balance. Shift points for the shield, one quadrant to shield another quadrant. Shields of the total current SP. Right, so
Yeah.
50,
So,
72, so 7.
7 in the front. That means I can put
13 in the back.
that's 15, but I can also take 5 off of here and 5 off of here. Because I'm not going to shot on this side. I get 25. Well, actually, no, I'm going to go 15. I can do whatever I want. So, there we go. I'm done.
Okay.
Try not to get shot again.
Divert
It's definitely don't get
Just-
shot in the front, okay?
restores shields, but you have to distribute the restoration evenly across the 4 quadrants.
Right, and then in FAQ they said, nah, fuck that.
Nah, yeah, there's an errata that basically said, nah, you can put where you want.
Yeah.
Which makes me
Okay.
think that they misunderstood the question, but I don't know them, so I can't ask them.
So another important clarification: since our total, our total hit points is 65 now, we're currently at 55 because we had our scuffed up ship to make it look realistic. But I think our critical threshold then in that case is going to be 13. So if we take 3 more hull points of damage, I think we reach a critical threshold. That's how that works, I think. Just as an FYI. Yeah.
I'll do my best, Captain, or pilot, or whatever you are.
This is Graham coming in and be like, guys, I think, I think the critical threshold is 14. Anyway, here's my piloting check. I got another boost from Ozzy, yeah, so I have a +2 to this one.
Yep.
Okay. But Graham,
A 19.
I go first again.
You do. A nat 1. Congratulations.
Beans. Do I want to gun it and try? Well, I want to evade is what I want to do.
We're being chased by torpedoes
Yeah.
that move at speed 12.
The problem is if
Barrel
I
roll.
fail. Well, if I fail, -2, but it takes a penalty to out AC. Fuck. No, I'm just gonna keep driving the ship, just steady on moving
Fighting
our
with
full.
all of his instincts to not do a barrel roll
Do
or a
something
trick
crazy.
attack.
Okay.
We've got prisoners on here, so we'll move our full 14 hexes
Okay.
straight away.
And they will move there. Oh, I changed the Zandament speed. That is wrong. They will move there 6.
So we get net 8. So we're 27.
Yep.
Okay.
We are zippy.
You are zippy.
Very fast.
So, +8. Alrighty, so they're going to. Is there really anything for their science officer to do? I guess they.
Target our systems.
Oh no, they're going to target your engines. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Smart. That's what I would have done.
down.
13, I think, is going to fail.
Sure will.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so they don't target your engines, unfortunately for them. Alrighty. Do you want to shoot first? Would you like me to shoot first?
We shoot first because we piloted first.
Okay. More big guns.
Oh,
yeah, you take a
take a +1 from the computer.
+1 from the computer, but I think you take a -2 from the range because they're beyond 20 hexes now.
It's a +2 from the computer because it's Mark II.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
cancels out in that case. Just a regular attack roll.
Yeah, the number of nodes is how many pluses you have. The
Mach 2,
mark
do we have
is
2?
How many-
what your bonus is.
Yeah,
The-
we have a
the
Mach
number
2
of
to a
nodes.
node.
Hold on.
Or do I have that backwards?
The mark. Yeah, the mark is how big the bonus is.
The mark is the
number
bonus.
of nodes.
The nodes. Okay.
It's how many people can benefit it from a turn. Yeah.
So we have 2 to both things.
Also, I just realized that the bonus that I get from being an engineer, my big insight bonus thing. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm getting things mixed up. It's a different bonus that
Easy to
doesn't
do
stack.
here.
Yeah.
Easy to do here. So sometimes if you get an insight bonus from, like, I have that in the operative, like, you have to keep track of what kind of bonus it is because eventually it goes away. Like another
Right,
bonus
the-
surpasses it.
The computer gives a circumstance bonus, which I think is also what I get from being an Ahsoki to one of my checks.
For some reason, my officer checks are rolling GM roll, which is weird. But would you like to make your attack?
Do it,
Sorry.
Tyson.
Yes.
My
Slow
captain
mo.
failed
We're
at
all-
his intimidate.
We're all.
He did very poorly.
Yeah.
Well, 24 is going to hit. It does not. Well, will
doesn't
be
connect
on
yet.
on target.
Yeah.
Um,
So it moves 10. So it's 10 out of 27 hexes away, but it's coming. Here's the thing: you have to roll a new attack roll every round. To
yeah,
keep
that's the
it
thing.
on
You have to
track.
do it every round.
Gotcha, to keep
That
it on
is,
track.
I think that is the reason why they are
That's
okay,
okay.
with, like, entire buckets of damage is because you can just kind of run away and shoot with long range lasers.
So the enemy ship is going to be moving towards the nuke next turn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
if they turn, one, it might miss. Two, if they turn, it will still follow them.
Yeah.
They are not fast enough to outrun a missile. Okay, their attacks are going to be this nice heavy laser cannon. And why is this GM rolling? You can't see this, right?
I
can.
see a 30.
30
Yeah, I
damage.
Yeah,
I see
30
25 to attack and
25 to
30
hit.
damage.
Okay, it says parentheses GM, but okay. Oh, that's not a GM roll. That's just flagging me as the GM.
Yeah. Well, that's your
Yeah,
name.
Yeah, GM
Okay.
Patrick, the GM.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, so a 25 will hit you for 30 damage in the aft, and
Yikes.
the light particle cannon is gonna fire.
It's a -2 penalty for range increments, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just making
So,
sure. We still
gets
get hit.
us.
That's a lot
And
of
then
damage.
the
Oof.
17 on the light particle cannon, because it's medium range. How much is medium range?
It takes a -4 then. It's 10 hexes.
Yeah, so it
And
misses.
we're... Yes! Because it's long range. But the
Do we
30,
take
yeah.
2 thresholds then with the 30?
No, it doesn't get in.
No, just the shields. The
Okay,
threshold
'cause we
specific
rebalance
damages
the
are hull
shields.
points. Yeah, thankfully Bearman threw everything in the back and blocked
Don't
another
let it happen
hit.
again, okay? Because I don't have enough to throw in the back.
Fuck. I'm giving it all she's got.
I only have
Alrighty.
40 total.
So then, next round we have the engineering phase.
Shit, I want to
They didn't roll any ones, did they? No, they didn't. Okay.
I want to give the Abbey more juice, but I also think that we really need to divert power to shields.
Yeah. Captain, any suggestions?
You are at this point drawing, so you are zooming past them, and you are getting sort of. You're pretty far away for a starship.
I think we still need to just press, just go. I think if we stop to divert, I mean, I guess the missile won't catch up with us, right?
I think we'll catch up with us. If we do
It's
our regular speed, we're getting
Oh, right. Doesn't the
We'll
Aeon
stay
torpedo need
6. So we'll be 33 hexes away, which is.
It does. I am disregarding it because it's slower than you.
Okay.
So I guess, yeah, if you want to.
We gotta keep going. The thing is, we could probably survive another hit from the heavy laser cannon, but if it gets through our shields, then it'll be
I guess
rough.
I guess I should roll it because if you take damage to your engines, you'll slow down.
Yeah,
Let's
there's a
do-
chance.
So
Let's
I will
Roll the torpedo.
that.
If we divert.
19 is successful.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, we'll still
Still
stay
tracking us.
even with the torpedo, right? It won't get any closer.
I just want to give a big shout out to my girlfriend Justine for bringing me tacos.
Hooray! Go tacos. I think the torpedo is slower than we are. We're speed 12 with the +2 enhancement from Ozzy.
And the torpedo is also speed 12.
Oh, never mind. Huh. Okay. Ozzy, you gonna boost us or no?
I trust Shardik to keep us alive. Yeah, I'm going to
I'm only
gonna-
gonna build 20 points in the
gonna continue recalibrating the engine.
part of my path.
Okay, I keep boosting. Is that it for engineering phase?
That's it for my engineering phase.
Hey, success. Very good. Piloting.
Here
I'm
it
gonna aid with
goes.
balancing the shields. Well, you can pilot first if you want to.
Well, let's try to go first because my piloting is garbage.
Oh no, did not pass.
You don't succeed in inspiring me.
No.
Oh no, you. Oh no,
My
okay.
science officer is awful.
I think that's a success though, right? Because what's our
Yeah.
tier?
5.
Is
So-
4. You are tier 4.
Oh,
So
okay,
15
that's-
plus 4, 5, 6.
Your ship must be physically upgraded to the next tier. If you changed
tier
it
4
back
ship,
to
you're
5,
right.
please change it back to 4.
It's 4.
So yeah, that's a success because I had to get a 21 and I got a 24.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah.
And then my science officer. As usual.
12. 4.
Are you ready to pilot?
Wait, that's not right.
No, because it was what, 15 before in port and starboard?
Yes.
It was 42
Um,
total before, and it's still 42 total.
Yeah, you're good then.
And it has to be at least 4 in the one.
Everything back to aft. Okay.
Can
Alright,
we?
you're-
Can we just take?
I need to save our aft.
Ha.
So we can just take from anything then?
Well, you can't make it lower than you can't make
Any
the
quadrant?
Yeah, there's
the
a
quadrant has to
10%
be at least
minimum.
10%.
Yeah, so we had to keep a minimum of 4 in each quadrant, which we did, which our port, starboard, and forward are all down to 4 to bring our aft up to 30 to keep our
Yeah, I'm
shields
just trying
up.
to. Did they like errata that or something?
It's part
Maybe.
of the balance.
In the SRD rules, that's what it says, but the original rules I think are different.
Yeah. So here's my piloting check. 30 because of the 2 from Ozzy.
Okay. Let's see what I
And
get.
I will do. What am I doing?
It's-
Ha!
I
Yeah.
go first.
Because I'm reading with
Um,
a successful computers check, you can shift shield points from the shield in one quadrant to the shield in another quadrant.
Hmm.
Alternatively, you can add up the SP from all the remaining shields and evenly distribute them.
That's what I was thinking that errata was for, that they can just kind of shift them around.
I'm just trying to find the errata. Okay, continue then. I'll look for it.
Yeah, what do they do? I assume they keep chasing us.
Yes, they do. And yeah, it does. There is no errata for the
Have we been
for
cheating?
the science officer. The engineers divert power to be so the engineer can put excess shield points wherever they want for restoring shields. or diverting. Well, because there's divert power and there's restore power, both for. Yeah, so this is not. That's not for the science officer. So what's in the book is right, which is science officer rolls. Balance to balance the shields. Redirecting power from one quadrant to protect another. With a successful computer's check, you can shift shield points from the shield in one quadrant to the shield in another quadrant, including to depleted shields. Alternatively, you can add up the SP from all remaining shields and evenly distribute them to all four quadrants. So I think you need to go
Oh, okay.
14, 14, 14, 14, basically. I think that doesn't actually add up, but
But it was. Well,
It's 42, so it's 10, 10, 10, and then like 11, 11.
yeah. So 10, 10, 11, 11.
Yeah. So
Technically, it's 12 in the front. I think, right? No, yeah, 11, 11, I guess.
it's more even.
You should definitely have taken some damage last time, but
Yeah.
but it's okay. We have the power of cheating.
it was not enough to blow you up. Okay, so I go first. I am just going to. I'm going to roll my check to do my thing, and I succeed. Okay, so they are evading.
They're evading.
You are just going.
Yeah, I'm just going to move our full 14 hexes yonder.
Alrighty.
Which, if they're keeping up their 6, that's another 8. So that's what, 30, 35 now. Yeah.
Yep.
But they moved 6. Bilbo. Damn it. So they moved 6 hexes closer to our thing, right?
Yeah.
So I can't think of the math because I'm trying to keep my cat from doing this thing.
Yeah, 35 is right. So because you've gotten +8 every time. So next is the shooting round. The gunnery phase. That's what it's called, the gunnery phase.
The shooting round. No, it's called the shooting round.
I
now.
will shoot first since, well, actually, my captain is going to try to encourage the tribe with diplomacy. Let's see how well he does at that. Hey, a 27 is good. I get a +2 on blowing your shit up.
We're gonna get blown up.
Escape pods?
So that's a 16 -4. Wait, what's the range? It's long. Long range is how many hexes?
20.
10?
It's not on my cheat sheet.
Long
So
range
yeah,
20.
no, it misses.
Ah,
And then the
bitch.
light particle cannon is also going to fire. And a 15 will also miss. It's your turn. So make your nuke.
After the first nuke, right?
Yeah, just roll the nuke again and see if you hit.
I don't know, hitting twice in a row is like a small miracle for me.
You can do it. We believe in you.
The nukes are balanced around Garrett.
That's true. A 17 will hit their TL for 52 damage.
Hell
Well, that
yeah.
goes straight through their shield.
Why is it blue?
Two of
It
them
does.
were
Let's
max,
see.
I guess.
No, it should be the other color blue.
And one was a
It rolled
failure. So maybe it's like because there's a mix of maxes and
Yeah.
Mins.
Weak.
Okay, so you hit 3 critical thresholds.
Yeah, bitch.
The 3 D100s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyson, since you had such a nasty hit.
But 2.
A 2. Where's the? Let's see.
Life support.
A 2 is like okay. Life support doesn't matter when it's glitching. Roll me another D100. Zyson, you roll this one.
Okay. Is that slash 100 or something?
Captain action.
If you just go up, it repeats your
Slash
last
R,
roll.
D100.
Slash roll.
Uh,
Yeah.
I did up, but it brought me.
Oh, that does your last roll. Sorry.
Yeah, it brought me something complicated.
Slash roll 1d 100.
A 74.
Is that the
hits.
power? Cool. No.
It actually hits the engines.
Ah.
So the engines are glitching, and then I need one more. Who wants to roll number 3?
Else want to roll the last one?
Captain. Captain's privilege. 43.
43 is going to hit the weapons. Give me D4. So 1, 2, 3, you hit the aft. So their aft weapons are now glitching. So what happens is your nuke finally hits them. And you get to actually hold on before we narrate this. You get to shoot again. What kind of gun do you want to shoot?
Oh yeah. Shooting a nuke at him.
The
You
nuke,
could
the
shoot
nuke,
him.
the nuke hits, and you can tell that their ship is now in a very bad way.
Do we
I
have a
put it on.
laser that can hit them? A direct fire weapon, I mean.
I mean,
We have our coil gun, but I don't think
it's all still going to be long range. Like, it's going to be take penalties no matter what we fire, except for the nuke, right? Even the nuke.
the coil gun is what range is on the coil gun? Coil gun is long range, so we could shoot that. I mean, it does 44 damage, but a little parting shot.
Do it.
Do it.
Okay.
I think you have a -2 because of the range increment, though.
You get a +2 from the computer, though.
Yeah, I'm just
I had a-
attack. Straight gunnery roll.
24, you fire your coil gun and hit the Zandament again to do 9 damage and hit another critical threshold.
Yeah!
Oh my
fuck
God.
you!
No way.
Get him. Zyson, it's all you. D100.
Sorry.
60 hits the engines again, so their engines
Aha.
are now
Malfunctioning.
malfunctioning,
Oh yeah, wrecked is the last one.
not wrecked.
Get
Malfunctioning.
wrecked, son.
So you hit their ship again, and at this point, the Zandament just slows to the point that the Abbey is able to zoom away without further threat, and you, after a bit, are able to jump into the drift.
Made it.
That we didn't. I don't know how many more shots we could take.
Where did we head to? Oh, that's right. We're heading back to Zed.
Yeah, you said you were going to go back to Outpost Z, which makes sense.
Have some
To
passengers
some-
to drop off.
Recent home base.
Should we, like, change our call sign or something? I think I know who we are. You know what I mean?
Let's...
Can we take
Yeah.
out the transmitter?
We have the
transmitting that
transponder. We need to go back
Yeah,
and
you
uninstall.
You can. So you could go back to the Barazad's transponder.
Yeah.
Would be the
We'll
thing
do
that would
that.
make sense.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yes.
Yes.
Is that a thing you can do on the ship, or does that have to be done outside on the ship? Like,
You actually will need to do that, like, as part of upgrading and repairing your ship.
okay.
You can turn it off, but a ship without a transponder screams pirate. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, given the people who live on Outpost Z, may not be entirely unusual. So you jump into the drift. Murphy, roll me 1d6. please.
Oh no.
Need
Just
to
gonna have
upgrade
to
our
roll
drift.
something. 2.
2. So, pretty quickly after you jump into the drift, you calculate that it is going to take you 2 days to return to Outpost Z through the drift.
All right.
You have been through a lot. You are all back together. Bobbert is destroyed. You have Cedona, who none of you have seen for a long time, really. You've communicated with her, but you haven't actually seen her in person for years in some cases. And you have 4 guests. You don't really have anywhere for them to go. Because you just you have a cargo bay. I think I imagine you probably brought 3 bedrolls or something because you knew you were going to bring people, but you didn't put any kind of extra quarters or there is a module you can get
Dit's gas quarters.
to for transports. So you didn't get that. So they're kind of sleeping on, at the best they're sleeping on cots, but you have space for them.
I mean, we have
I mean, cots are preferable to where they were.
sure.
Oh yes, they absolutely
Beggars can't be choosers.
And we have luxurious crew quarters, so I'm sure that we can move a couch in there or something. An
Yeah.
ottoman, perhaps.
They will be able to eat. They can use your shower.
The big wormy guy, that may be an issue.
I'm not even sure
I mean, he's only about as big as Shardik. So you can accommodate a large bear, you can accommodate a large grub.
We don't even know what his comfort preferences are, or its comfort preferences.
Yeah, have we been able to communicate with Wormy?
Yeah, so
Through...
he can talk sort of haltingly. He is both blind and deaf, so the most efficient way to talk to him is with telepathy. Seachik has been doing that, but Shardik can also talk to him. If anybody else wants to talk to him, he sort of puts his suckers onto you and feels your mouth as you talk. That's how he needs you to talk in Aslanti to be able to understand you. But then he
That's
can sort of talk back a little, slowly.
Yeah, not the most pleasant thing, but...
It's all over my fur.
Letramachanetamal immediately takes a shower. Because he has been complaining this entire time about how dry and cracked his shell is.
That's
so that
crap,
is the
dude.
first thing he does, is he asks one of you to please, can he take a shower?
1, 2, 3, not it.
Well, does he need help?
No,
I mean,
he just...
whose shower
He just
we
needs
let
to-
Crabman use. Zoidberg is going to use one of our showers. Who's going to be?
I mean, he can use mine.
You're very generous, Captain.
So he takes an hour-long shower.
I don't know if we have that much water.
It's all recycled. You're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
better.
I hope the recycler works really, really well.
I would. So we have a couple. Well, can't really do that.
Yeah.
I wanted
So you have a couple of days. Sedona would like to talk to you together, but not with the rest of the prisoners.
Sure. I
She
think that's after we get
just-
back to the station.
Yeah, so once you've jumped, she says to Ozzy, I would appreciate some time here or wherever we're going to discuss the situation.
Yeah, I suppose that's pretty necessary. Some debriefing, some thinking about what we're going to do next. Yeah, we'll do that, yeah. And Sedona, she missed you.
I missed it too. And she sort of like puts her hand on the engine. So I don't know if this is the engine or the engine, but
That's
she
the
puts her
power
hand
core.
on the engine and just she closes her eyes and just sort of listens to the hum. It sounds the same.
Yeah.
So anyway, glad to have you back. Listen, we really need to take a look at those wounds, but I think that it might be really important to get a medical bay. Probably should take out the tech workshop. Haven't actually used it since we got it. So.
She says, "Do you have something I could use as a walking stick or a cane, crowbar, anything along the?"
Yeah, let me. Ozzy goes and starts rummaging around, and he picks up a prototype bobbert arm and hands it to Cedona.
Excellent. She says, there was room for 6, I believe, and you only have a crew of 5.
Yeah, it looks that way. I don't think that anyone will be. I don't think that they'll be too cross with you taking the extra room.
She nods and says, I really do appreciate it, Ozzy, more than possibly I can express. And she will head up slowly, because she's still very injured, and she will collapse into one of the beds.
I would like to talk to the Vlaka.
Sure.
Howl the moon.
Nah, there's no moon here.
That's no moon.
I want to ask the Vlaka, basically how he got to being captured, if he would be willing to tell me.
I think Mothkala is female. Yep, she
Okay.
is.
I would like to ask her.
She says, well, the 3 of us, we were smugglers? Well, we had some artifacts that the Aslanti considered to be theirs. By the way, I'm starving. Do you have anything resembling good food here?
What is our kitchen like?
Meat, maybe.
We do have that special unseen
And you
chef.
do, yeah. You have.
Do we have the special thing?
Yes, you have the special thing, and you have basically the mechanical benefit I'm giving it is you can take like common rations, basically any kind of ration you buy, they get upgraded 1 step for free. So I think you were given common rations before you left, and so those are. Is there something between common and luxurious?
Good
Yeah,
rations.
like you have basically good quality. You have good quality food.
See,
It is not beef jerky.
I'm gonna show her the way to the kitchen.
Okay.
Where is it? Nowhere.
Let's say the kitchen is here.
Okay. And then we have, I guess how good is this kitchen? Can it like make anything, or is it just like?
It can. I mean, it is not. The food preparation is not magical. The chef is magical. So the chef is very, very, very good and can basically make excellent things with decent ingredients, or top-notch things with very good ingredients, etc. But it doesn't like the food does not magically. It is in fact cooked.
Okay. So
Um,
I'm gonna, yeah.
you probably have some kind of leftovers, or just like she, even if it's just jerky or something, she grabs something that is meat, and she like just digs into it.
Oh. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Wait. Shit.
Oh, you're gonna be a bud. Hey. Woo. Oh, did I shock you?
Okay. Hold on.
Like,
All right. Okay. I think I'm back.
server's doing something.
That,
It was
that
the server on
strange.
Discord, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Discord. All right. Anyway, so meat is being eaten.
Yes, so she eats the equivalent of 2 rations and says, "I'm still hungry. I'm famished. Do you have more?"
It's gonna be a vampire. Fuck.
Make a medicine check, Yulia.
That's a wisdom check, is it? Well, I guess my
It
wisdom.
is.
Okay.
And you can make this untrained. A 14. You don't think that's the best idea. You think, given that she's probably starved, she should not overindulge herself, or she will become sick or possibly die.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her she needs to let the food settle for a bit and then decide later whether she's hungry.
She stops, and looks at you and says, I can bear a little more hunger. Why did you come to save us?
Well, generally we were there to save a friend of ours. Specifically, we were asked to by a friend of yours, potentially.
A friend of mine? Who? Talbrin.
Talbrin? The little weasel
Almarin.
woman?
Okay. If it is
Talmarin?
She's a
you,
ferret.
the player who do not remember, Talmrin.
Talmarin.
You say that, and she just nods and says, "About time." She's the only one who made it, who didn't get captured.
It looks like that paid off. Here we are. Was there anybody else with y'all, or was it?
Sure. Seashik and the other person. The
Now we
Slavara.
don't know names.
Well, they in the book they don't know how to say the Slavara's name either. So yeah, it was the three of us and
What are you-
Talmrin.
So what are your plans after this now?
Well, as much as I'd like to tear the guts out of every God's damned Aslanti I ever find, I really don't know. We'll find out when we get back to Zed.
Oh, if you need anything, just let me know.
She nods and says, I think the big one is going to want meat too. They fed him grain at one point and he vomited it all up. It wasn't pretty in that cell.
I guess I'll get to that. Do I know what any of the other ones would eat? Like what the...
Well, Sishik is a Shirin, so probably you do, yeah.
And the Slavar?
You don't. You don't really know much about Slavaras.
Okay, I'm gonna try to like go around and like attend to them basically. They're guests, right? Guests in our ship.
They are that.
When he gets around to that, he'll probably run into Ozzy delivering first aid to them.
How's it go?
Yeah, well, they're pretty beat up. I just gave some bruises. Could really use Faraday's help, actually. Because it's hard to do doctoring when you don't know the anatomy.
Yeah, I can imagine. But it seems like they're all going to make it at least. So there's that.
Yep, that's my professional opinion, too.
I'm glad we got all out in one piece. I was
I don't really
worried.
say that if I'm not actually licensed. In my amateur opinion, they're going to be okay.
Well, I'm going to just hope that's the case then. Do you know where Cedona is?
Yeah, she took the empty room. You know, her old room.
I see. Okay. I may visit her later.
Yeah, I'm gonna attend to her as soon as I finish these up, cause yeah.
I guess when you do, just let me know. I'll come help. I think I can a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Okay, now what?
Any of y'all doing anything else?
Murphy.
On your 2 days?
Yeah, Murphy licks his wounds, mostly just pilots the ship, making sure we're getting back through the drift as quickly as possible.
We're all pretty wounded. Or a lot of us are
Yeah.
pretty wounded.
Just, like, I think about going over to Cedona, but then I think better of it. Like, I probably come over to where she's staying, like, once or twice and be like, no, go back to piloting. Go back to my room.
I think Zyson would check in on her more than once, because I think he's very fond. She's gotten him out of a lot of scraps over the years, so I think he's probably very concerned about her well-being. Probably bothers Ozzy a lot about like, are you sure she's in one piece? Are you sure all of her circuits are right? He's not very
Yeah.
technically capable.
Do you want to take a look at her yourself? Do you want to talk to her?
Yeah, sure. Zyson will come and be like, oh, he'll ask, did they hurt you, or do you have all your parts? Or is the Yusoki taking care of you?
She looks up from the bed. And then sort of sits up slowly. I have been, well, the saying is I've been worse, but I'm actually not sure that's true. I feel very well taken care of here, though. I am, well, this ship was somewhat my home once, and I can't think of better people to be with. How have you been, Sison? Are you
Well,
still... You seem to me to be restless. Are you still restless, Sison?
I'd like to say that I was any further on finishing my little pilgrimage, but there's a lot of the universe left to see, and I'd like to say that I'd stopped indulging so much, but there's still quite a lot of stresses that need indulging from.
I can understand that, although not your particular indulgence. And I think you probably know that androids do not eat or drink. They don't. Well, no, actually, I think that's wrong. Do they not breathe?
I think they
Yeah,
can.
yeah, no, they do eat. They just don't have to breathe. Um, I have never had that particular weakness, but you enjoy seeing more of, and she just sort of waves to, I think you obviously don't have windows because you're in the middle, but I think there's probably a simulated viewport that actually shows what's on the outside of the ship, and she sort of waves to that. All of this is what I missed in my retirement. Seeing the stars move, or seeing the drift. You should enjoy it. That's my opinion. You don't have to be tied down if you don't want to be. Just take it easy, if you catch my meaning.
Yeah, he'll nod, but he's still kind of embarrassed because I think she's gotten him out of a lot of scrapes, I think, from some of his overindulgences, and also just from some of his carelessnesses. So yeah, for the rest, I think he'll just
She has
probably
possibly seen you more drunk than anyone else on the ship, which is
Wow.
which is maybe saying something.
This is
But
a
she's
lot.
seen you really trashed.
I mean, she remembers those early days, back when you're in the spring break phase of your. Anyways, he's just gonna keep checking on her over the course of the 2 days because he's gonna be pretty paranoid about how she's doing and her recovery, despite the fact that I think he's pretty beat up himself.
She seems to be doing. I mean, she's doing better. She's, just having been in a bed that is made for a person and not a torture device seems to have made a pretty, as much as you can tell, given that she's an android, a pretty big difference in her mood.
Anyone, I think that's it. I don't know what else you might do over the course of 2 days. Anyone else?
Ozzy is definitely going to rebuild Bobbert.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do that. I believe it's 24 hours straight of
It is
work.
24 hours straight. I
And
can take.
You can sleep.
I
and
can
that's about it.
sleep. Yeah.
You can sleep. You
And
can eat
if-
like once.
And there's actually a rule that if I'm interrupted, it adds 12 hours
Yeah.
onto the time.
So you
Yeah,
lock
with Ozzy.
yourself
in the engine room.
in the engine room, or do you lock yourself in the other cargo bay?
It would be in the tech workshop.
Okay, the tech workshop. That makes perfect sense. Which is not depicted here because this is a generic ship. But you lock yourself in the
downstairs.
tech workshop, and yeah, nobody can get to Ozzy. Maybe one of you call him for food when food is ready, and he doesn't respond.
I can hold on. I can have a moment of conversation.
A moment of conversation. Okay, so you can
food.
basically be told there's food.
Throw
You
it
can
in
go
there.
get food. You can come back.
You can say, "Not right now. I'm busy."
Pretty much.
But otherwise, that's half the trip. Cedona spends 24 hours getting 24 hours worth of bed rest, and so she's going to recover double the normal hit points. It's her level, so. Oops.
I also want to see her as well.
She is happy to talk to anyone who wants to talk to her.
So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna ask her how she's feeling, how she's getting on.
She says, well, I'm feeling somewhat better, and I'm happy I'm here and not in that cell.
I'm going to. Can I cast Mending on her?
No.
No,
Nope.
No.
because it says
She-
damage objects and constructs. Oh, but
Not
one.
android.
Yeah, I think I don't see it. I'm looking at the Android stuff, and I don't see it in front of me, but I do not think it works on androids. Because androids are living. They are alive.
Well, for effects targeting creatures by type, androids count as both humanoids and constructs, whichever effect is worse.
Yeah.
So it's got to be somewhere, right? Someone has asked definitely that can androids be mended.
And this is mending.
And the target, though, because somebody brought this up, is that it seems like in the spell description it should be able to heal androids, but in the targets it says one object of up to one bulk.
For effects targeting creatures by type, androids count as both constructs and humanoids. Whichever type allows an ability to affect them for abilities that only affect one type, and whichever is worse for abilities that affect both types. So I guess, okay, I guess it
It's
works.
unclear. Is the I think the whatever. I don't know if it matters. I mean, it could.
I
matter.
don't,
Your decision,
I don't
Patrick.
think mending should work on androids. That
Okay.
seems kind of broken, but
Well, it is once a day and it's 1d4.
yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean reading that, I think it does. So, yeah, okay, you can mend some of her processes, I suppose, or
So I'm gonna, yeah, it's gonna be like, some of those injuries maybe weren't as severe, or altering them so they weren't as severe. Just a couple here and there. Two hit points.
Okay, so she gets 2 hit points back.
I'm gonna say, well, I think this probably makes us even.
Yes, even.
I guess we'll probably discuss our future steps when we drop off these prisoners, or did you want to do it on the way?
That is really up to you. the ship is more private, of course, than wherever we're going, but I can tell many of you are busy. It's important, but it can wait 2 days.
Maybe it is best if we did it on the ship. I can go around and see what everybody's up to, and then find a good time. I'll let you know. So she's gonna go to leave.
Okay. Shardik, Murphy, anything either of you want to do during this journey?
I just want to regain some hit points.
Okay.
I seem
So
to be
you can
resting a lot.
you can
Convalescing.
sleep. Yep.
Okay.
So if you spend 24 hours getting bed rest, you can get double your level in hit points back. You will get all of your stamina, obviously, all of your RP back as well. Yeah, so you can spend 24 hours in bed and get double your level, or you can just get your level. It's up to you. If you want to sleep.
I'm gonna do that second one. So I'm gonna be asleep.
Okay.
Yep. Hibernating bear. Yeah, I mean,
Is Murphy going to be
Murphy's-
the one who's awake and on duty in case anything happens?
Yeah, as weird as that sounds and atypical of his character, I think he
Murphy,
just...
the responsible one.
Well,
so what do you get with a normal rest? How many resolve points do you get? All of your?
Yeah, you get all of your resolve, and
Oh,
you
you
get
get
your
all
level
stamina.
your level hit points.
Yeah, so
I'm
we
just
get
gonna
10
take a regular
over 2 days. We
a
get
regular
10 hit
8-hour
points.
rest as well.
Oh, that's right. There's 2 days, so I could do
Mhm.
a 24-hour and then a regular one would be exactly enough. Guess we're 5th level.
Hibernating bear.
And I'm gonna
Down
try to
50
see if there's a point in time where we're all awake to see
Yeah,
if
so-
we can't.
If we're gonna debrief, I recommend we wait till we drop these prisoners off. I mean, I think that'd be easiest instead of be like, hey, you guys go stand over there for a while on that side of the ship so we could talk.
I mean, I'm
You
sure they'd
could-
understand.
I mean,
right?
you could do it on the bridge. Be the obvious place you could do that. But you could also. I mean, it's up to you.
Your call, Captain.
You would have time for a conversation basically a couple of hours before you're due to come out of the drift.
I think-
Also, Ozzy, your repairs go well.
Bobby's back! Whoa, whoa!
Bobbert, you after a day.
Is it Bobber 2.0?
Actually, you tell me, is it more stressful
2.0.
to, like, was the time between when Bobbert was destroyed and now, and when you started the repairs more stressful, or was it the act of actually rebuilding it?
Actually, kind of neither. I mean, as much as Ozzy loves machines, he doesn't have any illusions about how, basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Expendable they are.
Uh-huh.
So,
Bobbert-
I mean,
Bobbert is a tool and one that you know you can rebuild.
yeah, well, he's a friend, but he's
Yeah.
one that I can rebuild. So,
An expendable friend.
yes, the most
The
important
best kind
thing,
of friend.
the most stressful thing
Is
about
that the way you feel about the rest of us?
y'all are made of meat, so that's a whole different kind of deal. No, the most stressful thing about this whole ordeal for Ozzy was scrambling to check the upload link to make sure that it was
Yep.
working correctly.
Yep, because if you lost that AI, it's gone.
Then then it's
or at least you
completely
have
new being.
Yeah. Like
Oh.
going from a backup doesn't work. It'd be like doing that for Cedona. You know, that's how androids are reborn. Like
Yeah.
that's not. Yeah.
So yeah,
So
cool.
did you all want to talk on the ship? Did you want to wait until you get to Outpost Z?
I think I would like to talk sooner rather than later. What if we get there and we get separated as Lanty are there or something?
Right, we're currently safest while we're in the drift, so we should go ahead and get this squared away.
Sure.
So I'm going to gather everybody, well, almost everybody, into the bridge. I'm going to inform our other passengers that we're, going to be discussing, like, ship business. So if they could...
Crew meeting.
Yeah.
They
meeting.
understand.
I mean, I don't... Yeah. It's not like it's completely bizarre.
They do seem to find it interesting. They, one, you kind of pick this up from just casual interactions with them. They did not know Cedona was there. She was in this other area, and like they never saw anybody but Aslanti and each other. And occasionally, there would be another prisoner traded in. Like the three were kept together. Grub moved around very occasionally, and the Akeshti moved around very occasionally. But they had no clue she was there, and so they were just like baffled that I mean, it makes sense. You came to get her, but yeah. So they kind of get it. They don't complain. As you all come to the bridge, Cedona says, I have told some of you this, and she looks around to each of you, but there is no way I can possibly express how grateful I am to each of you. To say I had no idea this was coming is an understatement. I thought I would end my existence in that place. I was already happy to have met you, and I knew that you would do well with the circuit, but I didn't know it would come to this. How much do you know?
In general, about every.
We know about the rune drive.
Yeah.
We know that's why they captured you.
Oh yeah, the rune drive. Yeah, the rune.
And that it's on its way to, or it's probably there already, to the Aslanti, I'm sure their main planet, right?
It must be somewhere. If it's not on its way to New Thespera, who knows? The Empire is inscrutable. We know next to nothing about it. I was supposed to retire on Nikondas, but when that Aslanti probe crash landed and we discovered this ancient ship and dangerous technology, I had to reactivate my commission. I'm a steward, which is something I don't think most of you knew. It's how I knew, well, 4 of you. And she looks to Shardik. Shardik was just my neighbor, but the rest of you I knew through my travels, through my job. And it seems that despite my retirement, I have one last mission. Should the Aslanti crack the secrets of this technology and gain full control over it and learn how to travel vast interstellar distances without the use of drift engines, then all systems everywhere will fall under their shadow. I have to ask each of you one last favor. Will you help me find it and bring it back or destroy it?
I mean, we've come this far. We've liberated Nikondas.
Yeah.
We've come to save you. And I think if we didn't go and do this now, what would have been the point of any of that? You know, if they discover how to discover a superior form of interspace travel, you know, it won't just be Nikondas. It'll be many other places.
The entire Pact
galaxy.
Worlds.
How would I, you know, I can't turn this down.
I can't either. Even without all that, imperialistic bullcrap. That rune drive is a sweet piece of tech, and I would give anything to have a look at it.
Yeah, I'm with Ozzy. I want to know how that rune drive can possibly work. I don't think I can agree to destroy it if it comes to that, though.
I definitely can't abandon you now. And besides, it sounds like a wonderful way to see more of the universe.
A life or death mission.
That's the best way to see the universe, when you appreciate it.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to die on this mission.
Died yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have to. I keep saying I'm not gonna go off and do stupid shit. And then I keep going off and doing exactly what I said I wasn't going to.
I think there's a balance.
Well, am I a
You're allowed
liability?
to do some.
I mean, you could tell me straight, Captain. You could tell me if I'm too much of a risk factor for this mission, which apparently is going to affect all of the fucking Pact Worlds and maybe all of the galaxy. If I'm too much of a risk, you could tell me. I mean, I could stay on the ship or something. I mean, it worked out all right twice before. I worked on Nikondas. I worked on Gulta. We got Cedona back, but I don't know.
It is true that that chaos seems to be an enticing option for you. Sometimes at inopportune moments. However, you've brought us through starship combats safely. We've gotten scratched up at times, but we've made it. And on Nikondas, we've gotten into some sticky situations. But I think you've started to understand that it is okay to be a hothead, and it is also okay to draw back sometimes and make a thoughtful decision. And I do have faith in you that you will bring us through this last mission too.
Aww.
Well, Cedona, you heard the captain. You can't get rid of me. And plus,
Besides,
oh,
well, okay. I mean, you can't go because, face it, we are a good luck charm.
guess I am lucky, eh?
And just
All
like
right.
I said, none of y'all are allowed to die on this mission. Okay? You got
Aye,
that?
Captain. Aye,
I thought it was special.
You are.
aye.
Everybody's
right.
special.
Well, let's go stick it to those Aslanti bastards. I can't abide a fucking empire getting their hands on some crazy ass technology. I'm gonna start to navigate toward Station Z.
I thought you would say something like that, Murphy. How much do you know, though? My memories are. She closes her eyes and puts her hands to her temple. I remember being loaded on the ship, taken to Gulta, taken out of Gulta to some place, and I know the rune drive was there, but I cannot remember a single thing about my time there or how long it was. And then the next thing I remember, I was back at Gulta.
Do we have information about like what ship the rune tribe was on and like where it was headed from?
Yeah.
The
we gain a
Silver
log.
Needle, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right. We learned the name of the ship carrying the rune drive.
You
I
do
don't know if we know beyond the location,
that.
though.
But you don't. It was bound for Gulta. That's how you know. That's how you know about Gulta. Is you knew that it went to Gulta, or you knew that it came to like this system. I think, and then I think you found out about Gulta on Outpost Z, I believe. Sound right? Something along those lines. But you don't know where it would have gone after that. And she was at Gulta for a couple of days. I don't even know if it was the same ship. It was the most awful experience I have ever had.
Do not doubt that.
I was
Sorry to hear that.
piece of technology to them.
Bastards. Cedona.
They said the name, and it is. I can feel it. It is on the tip of my tongue. I can feel the shape of the word, but it will not come. I hope perhaps something will jog my memory, or with enough rest it will come to me. Or perhaps we can find something out about it once we get to this outpost.
I think some rest would be good. Cedona, I have a question. You're one of those mystical types, eh? One of those that you kind of use magic, right? What exactly is kind of the nature of your connection? What kind of connection to the mystic arts do you have?
It is called the Akashic.
Oh.
We are collectors of information, in a sense.
Huh. So you're basically a repository of knowledge. I can see why the Aslanti kind of hacked your brain.
Somewhat. It was why I was useful as a steward.
Well, what could you have known that they would need about this magical star engine?
I studied it. I have a different perspective than they do.
True.
I can only assume that was why. It was certainly why they took me in the first place. They knew that I had been studying it, and so it and I left Nakondis together on the
Do
same
you remember any of your research, anything that you learned while you were studying the rune drive?
ship. I remember parts of it. I remember what it was, the conclusions that I came to of what it must be. And I remember as soon as the ship appeared above the planet, I contacted the stewards. But I don't remember the details. I didn't have enough time to truly study it. Only a few days.
I mean, we can, when we get to Station Z, I suppose we can. I mean, the ships that go through Gulta aren't going to stop at Station Z. They could stop anywhere, right? They don't have to stop in the system.
Could be anywhere.
It's possible that somebody knows where they might have like research, like classified research operations generally in Aslanti space, but that seems like a far-fetched hope.
Well, would they be bringing it back deeper into the Empire? Would they be bringing it somewhere that's more secure, that they can research and do what they want with it? Do we try to learn where the nearest Aslanti system is, where their nearest habitable planets are?
Yeah, because the center of their planet, or the center of their like empire, isn't necessarily where they might be doing like classified research. It could be out in the middle of nowhere where nobody's going to look, right?
Yeah. On a
Let's
black
start.
site.
In the
Area
middle of the
51.
desert.
I'm going to Naruto run at the Aslanti base.
It can be a big place.
Space
So-
is big.
You are sort of kind of debating to yourself what you think is going to be next, and it becomes time for you to exit the drift.
All right.
Exit drift
The
button.
computer beeps. It requires you to press the button. You press the button. You come out of the drift, and before you see once again Outpost Z,
Outpost Z.
which looks. I thought I had art for this.
Go visit my boy, the Zarb. My lovely boy. My new best
like this.
friend.
To remind you, this is what Outpost Z looks like from.
Yeah, groovy.
And you, as you approach, you receive a hail.
Hail.
We're going to open up the
Main screen turn
communications. That's right.
Alrighty. Hasashir comes on the video. I thought I had. Did I not give you a picture of Hasashir?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm trying to find it.
Hassy boy.
Yeah, it's in the.
Oh, it's
NPCs
under
fourth.
NPCs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at in the wrong thing. So here he is.
Right.
Here's Hasashir. Except he's no longer wearing black gauze because he is feeling better now.
Okay.
He says, "You're back. Were you successful, I hope?"
Turn the camera to call the prisoners in. Hey, come here, come here. Just try to show them off.
Okay, so you can like, hit a button and do an internal camera or
Oh, yeah.
something.
Everybody wave!
He says, "Excellent. Talmrin will be pleased. I would be delighted if you would dock once again at my docking bay.
Sure thing, Hashi.
Your ship does seem to be in need of repairs."
Indeed.
Should have seen the other guys.
Ha!
Oh. I was wondering. I was trying to figure out who that. Oh,
Yeah.
Patrick did.
Yeah.
Escort.
So he invites you to dock at his bay.
Oh.
All right.
Oh my.
Oh
Alrighty.
my.
So you dock your ship, and this time,
Ooh, look at
let's
that.
see.
He's got a.
So you should be able to see one area. Yes.
Yeah.
I could see.
Oh, you should be able to see the whole thing. I had it as like, with the light sort of restricted, with the vision restricted, but I don't think I really needed to do that. He's about to give you a tour, so.
Unless he starts attacking us with those robots, in which case
I'm
maybe.
apparently disconnected.
He was the real bad guy all along. He sold us in.
Yeah, he's the worst. I'm apparently reloading.
Roll 20,
So,
just kick these guys out.
He gives you a tour of
Nice place we
this
got here.
area.
What's this
So-
buzzsaw over here?
Pull this out. So yeah. So your
I'm
ship.
concerned about that giant drill that's right next to it.
Yeah, so your ship is parked just to the outside. And he says, "We still have parts available from that transport. If you have other schematics, I would be happy to provide or to perform further upgrades to the Red Abbey."
Armor.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that.
Defenses.
He looks at. Did you take any hull damage?
Yeah.
No, not since we flew into the thing.
We cheated.
Still, it does have a little bit of hull damage, and he
The only damage we took is we didn't do ourselves.
he looks at it and says,
But it was
"Well,
on
looks
purpose, right,
like-
Graham? Because you
Just
wanted
a
to look.
scratch. Just a scratch.
It looks like you could use some further defenses. It will take perhaps a week, perhaps a week and a half, but
I think that's fine. Let Cedona rest, try to recover her memories while we, freshen up, prepare to take on the Icelandic Empire.
in the meantime, allow me to show you around.
Oh,
Yeah, just, being here a week and a half, be prepared for the Aslanti to come here searching for the people who broke out of their prison.
they won't come here.
you know?
Well, it would not be the first time they've come to Outpost Zed. They'll come, they search, they find some scapegoat, and they leave. It's not worth their time. This room is the repair bay. The view of space through this recessed repair bay's open southern wall is blocked only by a starship docked outside. It's your starship. A 10-foot high catwalk runs along the northern edge of the bay between a set of steep stairs at its western edge and an airlock door that exits to the north. A large power generator stands against the western wall, and a control booth to the east with a mass of robotic tools hanging under it overlooks the area. And he says, "This is the machine that I use to access the outside of the ships. It is controlled from the other side of this wall. A wonderful piece of technology.
Cool.
And don't worry, the force field cannot be dropped while there are living organisms in it. Although, should you press the button and Bobbert is the only one here, I am afraid he would be vented out into space. So do be careful with him, Ozzy.
Oh.
Understood.
And then he just don't leave him in the bay, or if he does stay in the bay, keep him strapped down. Explosive decompression and all.
Very
I was just
nonchalant,
waiting.
Hashashir.
Oh, the shield's never gonna drop, but if it does, here's your seat cushion can turn into a life vest.
Foreshadowing.
This is A4. This is just an airlock. And then A1. There's probably A1 is
exhaust.
just like it's the entrance. This is the most important room.
Hmm.
This is the relaxation suite,
Oh.
which is A2. The other page. A row of 6 glass-fronted pods rests along the western wall of this sterile room. Hanging over the pods are several robotic arms housing a smorgasbord of grooming and surgical tools tailored to meet the needs of myriad species. A computer workstation stands along the northeastern corner. What appears to be a wheeled couch can be pulled out of an alcove in the southeastern corner. A large door exits to the east. That's the one you came in. This room is for relaxation, for sleep. These pods are, well, they are what gets me half of my business. When a ship docks, the crew, so long as it's 6 or less, sometimes the privileged officers, can stay here. When you rest within this pod, it will detect whether there are any maladies you may be suffering from. It can be you can pay 450 credits, and it will inject a serum in case you are in danger anytime soon. And further, the room itself may be used as a medical laboratory. It's seen more than one surgery, I assure you. If you sleep in the pods, there is no need to even leave for a restroom. It will remove your waste automatically.
Good to know. I try to get one of the robot arms to pet me and like scratch my head.
You can make a computers check.
Murphy's like scratching his face against the things.
Oh,
Yeah,
critical pet
you can
success.
absolutely program a comfort protocol that will, like, once you are, you can't actually close the thing because, no, you can. Yeah, you can like set it up, mostly close it, and then one of the sort of medical arms will pet you. This room. 2 comfortable booths offer a place to lounge and enjoy simple food and drink. Provided via a food synthesizer along the eastern wall. A large door leads out to the east, and a smaller plastic door exits to the. Wait, sorry. Large door to the west, small plastic door to the east.
Yep.
I've programmed this food synthesizer to create foods that are more palatable to you. I hope you will enjoy it. And then he looks to Ozzy and to Shardik. I think the two of you are the only ones who will be interested in this, but. And he comes to this room.
Go back to getting pet.
This is the control room.
Ooh.
This computer controls the operating the mechanized tools, and this is where I can open or close the force field. Once again, should you need to use it, please be very careful, but for implements, but don't worry, it will not blow a living creature out into space. Safety is the most important. I imagine you will be here for some time, and if I say so myself, these pods and relaxation suites are much better than any of the cheap 1 credit per night flop houses you can find on the rest of the station, but you are of course free to come and go as you please. I also imagine you have some business with Talmrin.
Yeah, we need to bring her friends back.
Very well. I will send her a message and summon her, and then we can get on with the repairs.
Excellent.
So next week we will begin the process of repairing your ship, or at least he will begin the process of repairing your ship. You can meet with Talmrin and get your rewards. And then I don't know, maybe you can find where the rune drive is and figure out what you're going to do about it.
Yeah.
And save the galaxy.
And save the galaxy.
Is that the
Next
end of book
time.
2 then?
That is the end of
book 2. Yay! Yay! We did it. We're so good at this game.
One
Nice.
more left.
That
Yeah.
was Escape from the Prison Moon, written by Eleanor Farron.
Groovy.
Here is,
Illustrated.
Yeah,
Very nice. Good art. Good job. Good
Sedona
name.
on the front. Usually they put the big boss, but this time it was Sedona, which is
Gotta
super
be
cool.
Or-
Sedona. Gotta be Sedona.
Maybe Sedona is the big boss.
We'll find out that
Maybe.
super twist next time on Really Playing Games Starfinder against the Aeon Throne. Blast off!
Well, we probably won't find that